world is wide. Let's make it closer. With smart planning and a touch of magic, Ash knows travel. Welcome to the future of travel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors build confidence and book smarter. And tonight's training is called From Invisible to In Demand, Fixing Your Social Media Energy. And we're going to talk about the shifts that you can make in your content, your mindset, and your delivery to attract the right clients and show up with confidence online. If you're here live, make sure you go ahead and drop a quick hello so that I know that you are here with me. And of course, if you're catching this on a replay, make sure you go ahead and comment #replay so that I know that you stopped by. And of course, before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss my weekly live trainings. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and talk about how to attract clients instead of chasing them. Because honestly, people just don't buy vacations. They're going to be buying your energy. So today we're going to realign that energy and how you show up online. And so your posts are naturally going to attract the right clients, opportunities, and collaborations. Now, here's a rough table of contents. Of course, we're just going to talk about your energy, why it matters, what's in demand, fixing the energy if we need to, how to talk about engagement energy and just creating different types of magnetic content, and a good little challenge and key takeaway along with some motivation at the end. Now, why energy matters when it comes to marketing. Social media is actually felt before it's read. It's the unspoken message, the immediate impression of your content gives off before anyone even reads a single word. So, how your content feels actually dictates audience response. When it feels confident, calm, and genuine, people trust you and engage. When it feels rushed, desperate, or even copy pasted, people quickly scroll past. Your energy introduces you before your caption ever does. And this quote perfectly captures the essence of social media marketing. The vibe you project is honestly going to be your first impression. So, what in demand advisors are doing differently? They're not going out there and they're not chasing the clientele. They're actually creating pull for the clientele to automatically hop on. How do they create that pull? Well, they automatically show up consistently. Even when they're not actively selling, they're still talking on social media. They're still performing different reviews and different destinations and just different types of content, regardless if they're actually selling something at the moment. They speak to their ideal traveler. They're not talking to everybody. They're only talking to the people that actually are going to book to them. They educate, inspire, and remind people why to book with them, highlighting why travel is going to honestly be worth it. Because I like to view a lot of the times that our vacations are like investments, right? So we need to go out there and educate and inspire and to remind people why they need to invest their vacations with you. Okay. So in demand advisors are honestly people who are remembered when people are ready to book. The energy audit, how your content feels. Okay. I want you to stop right now and I want you to ask yourself, would I stop and read my own post? Would you? Would you stop and read your own post? Do my photos / videos feel bright, welcoming, and real? Am I giving value or am I just filling space? Like, oh, it's 12 p.m. I have to post. Okay, but why are you posting? What's the point of your post, right? Does my tone sound confident or like I'm begging for bookings? Oof. Your audience feels your intention every time you're posting. Your content is going to speak the volumes of that energy. Your attraction formula, okay? This is one of the best ways for you guys to glean clientele. Authenticity is going to automatically pull in bookings because people can see that you're real, right? Clarity, what exactly you are pushing, you have to be clear about what your niche is. If you are posting several different things, it's going to confuse people, right? So make sure you are very clear about who your ideal client is when you're posting your content. Confident. You have to be confident in what you're talking about, and they have to feel it. They can't just be like just reading a random prompter. No, we need to know what you're talking about, right? And that magnetic energy. Any type of dream post, any type of point of view, you're booked through me, any type of content that's going to make them feel something is automatically going to attract new clientele. So when your message is clear, your visuals are aligned, and your tone is calm, people feel safe trusting you with their travel plans. So here's an example of a crafting message. A lot of you guys will do this. Book your trip now before the prices go up. Okay, that's great. But what if we tried, if 2025 is your year finally to make those dream trips happen, I've got you. Doesn't that feel way more like like I can take care of your travel plans, right? That makes it genuine. That makes it clear what I'm trying to do while I'm confidently doing it, and creates a dream trip happen, I've got you kind of magnetic energy, right? So when you're doing this, it's not going to just be based off of the video itself or the photos itself. It's also going to kind of relate into what you're actually putting inside of the text as well. Visual and verbal alignment. That's the next topic. So your visuals are going to speak volumes before your words even begin. They set the stage for your brand's story. Achieve alignment through, we always talk about brand kits, right? On Canva, consistent colors, whether you are using bright or if you're like my consistent colors are typically like the bluish greens. I don't know, I just like those. They always say that blue builds trust. Like Walmart uses blue because it's trusting. I don't know if that's completely true or not, but that's what they say, right? So, and then I think red has like with Target, I think it has something to do with sales, like clearance or like it makes you want to buy something like that. Like there's a reason that people use these colors. Feel free to chat GPT that. They'll tell you and blow your mind. Okay. But whatever color you decide to use, make sure it's consistent. The photos, make sure that they are engaging photos and not just something completely random. Like prioritize smiling faces, lifestyle shots, and not just some random destination. Put a purpose behind that photo. Okay. And then authentic tone. Ensure the text reflects your brand's unique voice. Like, for example, I make a lot of jokes in my stuff. I do. I'm kind of I guess, a funny person. I don't know. But I try to make it like relatable and like you're booking with me. I'm just like you, but here, this is my expertise, right? So that is my brand's unique voice. That won't work with everybody. Not everybody can have that same style, but you need to figure out what yours is, okay? Like I always say, to build trust and recognition, make sure you commit to 2 or 3 primary colors and fonts across all of your content so that you're building like a brand. Okay. Think about like Nike, think about McDonald's, think about all of these different brands. They have the same thing all the way across, the same font, the same colors. It all builds that consistency. You want to do the exact same thing. Now, building trust without overselling. Trust grows when you teach and talk, not just tell and sell. People are going to come to you because they trust you way before they ever come to you over a sell, right? So try these post types to help build trust. Story time, how I planned my client's dream honeymoon. Education, 3 reasons I always book this resort chain for families. Connection, what travel means to me and why I love helping others plan it, right? These are all great ways to help build that I can handle this for you. Now, that call to action example at the bottom here. If you're ready to start planning, DM me ready. This is a great way to pull them into where they can get your inbox, right? Any type of post always should have a call to action. We probably already are going to talk about this. Let me go to the next one. Nope, it's not. So we always say when we're talking, and no matter what post, whether it's a video, whether it's photos, a carousel, I don't care what type of post it is, always has to have the same type of formula. The hook, right? The value, which is the description, the short description. Then we have a call to action, and then we have hashtags, right? So make sure that if you, whatever you're starting out with, these are actually really good hooks right here. That's what these are. How I planned my client's dream honeymoon. Boom, hook. Then you explain it in the description, call to action, hashtags, right? These all work the same. Fixing your posting habits. Your energy reflects in how you post. Don't just post because it's 12 o'clock. Avoid posting out of obligation or of a strict schedule. It's not going to be real. It's not going to feel real. It's going to feel rushed and they're going to see it. Post with value, excitement, or a story. Share content when you genuinely have something engaging to offer your audience, or automate it so you don't have to worry about the time objections, right? I automate 90% of my social media. It is planned out, ready to go for the entire month of November, right? But I'm still posting in between that. The posting in between that is really what my energy is, okay? We have all the same tones in all my posts, all of my reels, everything. But it gives me a little bit more control when I have time to actually go in there and share something genuine, which I do on top of already scheduled posts, okay? So before you post, ask yourself, would this inspire my audience today? Make sure you're posting with a purpose every single time. Content posted with intention lasts way longer than content posted with pressure. I'm going to give you a good example. On my TikTok, I have a viral video that talks about freaky resorts. And I honestly was posting with value because I wanted to tell people about the freaky resort and excitement because I thought it was hilarious that that even existed. I never did that before I was a travel advisor, but I've sent tons of people there now. And then I told a story about how it's freaky and the different things you could do there. That video right now sits at over 122,000 views, and I have gotten a ton of bookings for it. Okay. So it's something that is genuine, that is funny, and that is what helps kind of get that engagement going because people can relate to that and they're interested. Okay. Next, engagement energy, how you interact. Ooh, this is another part too. This is the other part. Yeah, we just did on Monday, engage like a pro. This is a follow up of that. Make sure that your engagement energy is exactly how you want to interact with all of your clientele. Okay. Comment with heart, not with habit. Don't write something weird like, oh, thanks. No, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to post that, blah, 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 right? Engage thoughtfully. Offer genuine insights that add value to the conversations. Reply to all your DMs like you're talking to a friend. Make it relatable. No, I'm not talking like friendly, okay? Still be professional, but make sure you're being authentic and you're being personal in your private messages so you can build a real connection with them. Ask real questions instead of dropping emojis. Oh, spark deeper discussions by asking open ended questions that encourage detailed responses. When you are arriving in somebody's DM, make sure that you always answer it with the question. Keep the conversation going because that is what's going to help it convert. Genuine engagement makes your algorithm stronger and your audience loyal. The more you engage on a platform, the more engagement you will receive. If I'm constantly engaging with people that follow me, I like to follow them back. I like to engage with them too. I will also go in there if they are commenting on something. You can reply with the video, great. If you can reply with a comment, question, whatever. Make sure that you're not just hearting it. Okay, that's really going to affect your algorithm and your engagement that you get on the next post. All right. Lastly, creating magnetic content. Magnetic content feels like an invitation, not an interruption. Focus on the three pillars to make sure your content is magnetic. First, emotion, always, especially in the hook. Make people feel something so they can want to actually read the next part, right? That next part, which is the short value, it comes in with a story. Let them see themselves in your post. Whatever they're reading, whether it's relatable, whether it's a client save, anything in there, they should be able to feel that post, right? Action. Give them one small next step. Carry it into a conversion. Okay? DM me for this, blah, blah, blah. Comment ready. Comment travel, comment reels, I don't know, comment something, right? Like that is what's going to help bring that in. And I always want to tell you guys what I've learned over time, okay? I develop new strategies, new this all the time. I'm always trying different stuff so I can teach you guys something new. But one of the things that I really highly recommend is trying to keep them on the platform. That's going to help bring up your engagement too. Don't send them off the platform. I used to do a lot of what is it? Comment the link in the bio or view the link in the bio or view the link in my description. If it doesn't let you post the link naturally, tell them to comment for the link. Yep, that's some tea right there. Yeah. I realized I used to make that mistake and send them to my link in the bio. It's fine to have a link in the bio. Let them go there naturally. If they want to go, they'll go. But if you comment travel, okay, when you reply back to them, send them the link. They still get the link regardless, right? That is another way that they could still get that engagement on the platform. And then you replying to them with the DM is also going to help bring engagement too, because you're responding, you're talking on the platform, right? So this type of post will invite in connections and positioning you as an expert, all right? Planning your first cruise. Here's one thing I wish I'd known before boarding. That's very, very good. Magnetic hook, right? That's a hook. Now, we would go in there and post, the one thing. And then at the bottom, we could put comment, cruise if you need help planning, something like that. That would be a great example. All right, guys. So here's some key takeaways for tonight. You attract what you express. Confidence converts faster than desperation. And every post pulls people closer or pushes them away. Did you know that? So your challenge for this, okay, if you want to take this into action and kind of change your social media energy, I want you to audit your last 3 posts and ask yourself these 3 key questions. Did this feel confident? Would I stop scrolling for this? Does this sound like a travel advisor I want to become? Okay? Your energy is going to be your strategy. Make sure you are intentional, you are visible, and you are magnetic. The client meant for you will feel you before they follow you, right? So, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any questions, I'm going to head over to my studio now. We have another training that is going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST, which is going to be travel content that goes viral without doing paid ads. And I'm going to go over all of the great different types of content for you. So make sure that you guys come back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST to see that. I'm going over to my studio now, so if you have questions, drop them. And if not, I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST.